He's banded.
Morning. Morning two in Kentucky. Got to the spot I wanted first, so that's always a win. Man, as far as mornings go, with the weather, I've been very lucky on this trip. Today is no exception. It is perfect. So I got back here, close to the very back. I stayed up on a high point where that bird was gobbling yesterday, I believe. It was somewhere back in that timber. I'd have to drop down low and then get up there with him. I wanted to stay up high here. In case one of those other birds started gobbling back behind me, I'd still be able to hear him. They ought to be gobbling. There's owls owling. There's geese geesing. Man, you really hate to waste such a pretty morning on no gobbles. But here we are. And now we walk. Well, I might be chasing a phantom gobble. I'm about 50% sure it was a gobble. Well, he's in there gobbling. I'm a little concerned on how I'm gonna get to him. I guess we'll have to see as I get picking my way through here, but it looks like an absolute jungle in between me and him. I gotta rethink my plan of attack here, because this, I've tried like 4 different spots and I just keep hitting a wall. I'll have to back up. There's some bigger pines over there. Gotta find a way to get to them and hope that they're somewhat walkable. And then come around on them. God almighty. Steep terrain and pine needles don't make the best combination. I gotta go down and then back up. Oh, I don't really want to go down though. Oh good. More thick. Alright. This is what I was hoping to get to. Just some timber that I can work with. So, this hillside comes down, way down in there at the bottom. This runs way out and wraps around. Last time he was gobbling, he was on the point of that. And it looks like there's a big flat on the topo map. So I'm hoping he'll just hang out there for a while. That's gonna suck if I get all the way over there and he's not there anymore. Well, that turned into quite the excursion. Now looking back on it, I think I might have just bulldozed him over and I might have gotten too close and ran him out of there. I found scratching a lot closer the way I was coming in than where I'd put a pin on him. So by the time I called the first time, he might have already heard me coming and taken off. Anyways, I stayed in there for a while and just kind of hunted that whole flat in there. Started at like 8:30. It's after lunch now. I found me this little field that sits up real high and a tree with some shade, so I'm gonna sit down and listen for gobbles for a while.
because I don't want to walk anymore right now. Well, I got to eat a Louisiana turkey in Georgia. Now, getting ready to eat a Georgia turkey in Kentucky. When you're living on the road, out of your truck, sometimes you gotta make do with what you got. There's a creek, there's a bottle of soap, there's a towel. We're taking a bath. I'm getting ready to head in and do something a little different. The walking and calling hasn't seemed to work in the afternoons. It's so hot. So I'm gonna sit over decoys. That's right, I said decoys. I never hunt over decoys. I've never actually killed a longbeard over decoys. So I'm gonna get as close to I can as where the first bird I was on this morning, where he was roosted. He was on some private, but he was close to public. I'm gonna get as close as I can. There's a couple openings there, a bigger field, and a couple trails that converge right there. So I'm just gonna stick the decoys there. Start off doing some light calling, then maybe do some heavier calling, and then I'm gonna throw the kitchen sink at him and see if I can get him to come over there. I got the gobble call, I got all kinds of stuff, so that's the plan. Here it is. There's the setup. Jake in a hand. That's what we're hoping for. Well, that didn't work. Not surprised. That never works for me. I waited till the sun went down and then I bailed out of there. I'm gonna try to head to somewhere else real quick. One of the other spots I heard a bird this morning. See if I can get one to gobble in the evening. It would make it a lot simpler if I could put one to bed. I heard a gobble. For the life of me, I can't tell where it was. I don't think it was where that bird was this morning. I think it was way, way, way back behind me across the road. We'll go over there and see if I can't get him to talk one more time. Woo, 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 woo. Nope. It's always something. This is a new one. I don't think I'm getting around that. That is a lot of tree in the road. Okay, gonna come up with a plan B. Alright guys, I'm a little behind the 8-ball. Having to move spots. But that's alright, we're hunting. Woo! Okay, we keep moving. That thing there looks like it goes on forever. Starting to get into a little bit of sign. I've seen old scratching and stuff. Well, you'd think one would have gobbled with that. Alright, I thought I'd heard a gobble a couple times. I was just standing here listening. It's definitely a gobble. There's a flat. I just came off one mountain. Gonna go down. And up there, there's a flat, and then the mountain keeps going up after that, but I'm thinking he might be on that flat. That's why I can't hear him that good. He's over that lip. Just gotta figure out a way, good way to get up and around there. The one I had heard didn't gobble. But there's one way across this valley. Up on the other side that did. I wish that one had gobbled before I just came from down in there and came halfway up this mountain. Oh, this bird's gobbling. I gotta try to get back somewhat closer to him. Yep, he's up there. Two things I'm concerned about. One is cardiac arrest getting up there. Two, if he does decide to break and he starts coming down and I'm going up, I've ruined it. I still don't know what happened. He's over there gobbling. Still don't know what happened to the one behind me. I'm gonna have to climb that mountain, I think. I was hoping there was gonna be a bench or something up here I could call him down to, but looks like it just keeps going. We made it. He has not gobbled in a while. Alright. He just gobbled twice. I was trying to make my way around this. I gotta be careful. This is just a thick patch. The other field's over there. I wasn't sure where he had gobbled from in that field, but it sounds like he's farther back. I think that was him. I think he just gobbled off the back of this field. Oh man, he's gonna make me chase him all over this dang mountain. Well, I don't know if it took me too long to get up there. I went about as fast as I could. Maybe he heard me coming or saw me coming. Basically, when I got up to the top, there's that clover patch. That's where I had my pin, where he was, where I figured he was gobbling from. As I was coming up, I was still at the bottom, and the last couple times I heard him gobble, it sounded like he was moving off. So I thought I had enough room when I got up there to... And I don't know, I did hear one gobble way in the back when I got up to the top. And I went all the way back there and called and never heard anything, so... Not sure. Maybe he gobbled up some hens while he was up there and they worked off. I don't know. I got this ridge to my left that runs out where two of the creeks converge over there. I might just walk this out and call, see if I can cast my call. I don't know. Hell, I might take a nap. I don't know. Them hills about wore me out. I was way in the back. I got an alert on my phone that said rain was starting soon. And they were right. It's raining. So I knew I had about an hour and a half. It took me almost 2 hours to get out of there. I don't know. There's some turkeys back in there, but just wasn't in the right spot. It's going to rain a little bit today. The wind's supposed to pick up this afternoon, and then it's going to rain and blow a lot tomorrow all day. So, I'm going to wait for this. This little rain is supposed to blow through pretty quick. I'm going to wait for it to blow through, and I came back to the area where I tried to get to this morning. Somebody came and cut that tree out of the road. And there's a bunch of openings and fields and stuff here, so if it stops raining, I'm just going to take off walking and hope to catch something out and about. Hey. Anything like Derek and Bonds. Maybe that'll bring me some good luck. I need it right now. Yo, I think there's a dang turkey fight going on behind me. That had to be turkeys fighting. You hear that? Just been sitting here on the edge of this field calling. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Kentucky down, baby. Look, there goes the other one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. It's all right, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm still shaking a little bit. He's banded. He's banded. He's banded. Sorry. I'm a little wound up. This morning, That bird going up that mountain, up into those fields. Whew, that was a long, long jaunt. I mean, I haven't been coming up with anything. The first day I was here, I heard 3 birds at this place. And then, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. I'd heard 3 birds at this place first morning, and so I kept coming back here, and I just wasn't. I think I heard 1 bird the second morning. I went on a long jaunt after a bird that was almost impossible to get to. Probably bulldozed him over, and then I wasn't getting any sort of like late morning, afternoon attention. I spent every afternoon out. And then this afternoon, same deal, hot as hell today. It rained for the middle part of the day, which is why I don't even have the big camera with me. And then I just came in here. The only bird I've heard gobble twice, and in the same spot, is in this chunk over here. And there's private back in there that you can't hunt, obviously. And it sounded like that was just his spot. And so I've been working the perimeters of it the last couple days, coming in a bunch of different ways, calling. That's where I set up the decoys yesterday. So I just did the same thing today because that's the only bird that was consistent for 2 days in a row. So I came to the edge of this field, checked it. It was just hot. I was sweating buckets. I just wanted to sit down. So I crawled up in, just kind of sitting on the ground beside that thing there. I figured I had plenty of cover. And I just had the glass call, and I was just light call. I wasn't going crazy this time. I was just light calling like every 10 minutes. I had just called, and then about 5 minutes later, I hear those wings, and I'm like, get out of here. I hear some purring, try to get the cameras on. And then, so I'm sitting here. Well, then I'm thinking, man, do I get up and try to crawl through that stuff? I didn't know. I've never walked back there, so I didn't know what was back there. I knew there was a lane here, and I knew there's a lane there. And so I'm sitting there, and I got up on my knees, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. I didn't even have the gun in my hand. I was getting ready to like make a move, and then all of a sudden, right here, the first one pops out, and he comes out here looking for the hen, and I don't think he saw me, but he was definitely getting weird. He did that turn and started to walk away thing, and then his buddy popped out, and I had to just grab the gun and get it up, and the one in front saw me when I did that, and he jetted back in front, and the one in the back I don't think saw it, so he was a little bit slower, and he stopped just long enough to give me a shot. I know you guys are probably dying to see this bird. I wonder if his buddy was banded too, or if I just happened to shoot the right one. Look at this joker. I mean, couldn't ask for any better than that. Check that bad boy out. And there it is, folks. The turkey band. Never in my life. Oh my gosh. Oh, God, he's beautiful. I mean, he is absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry this is all on GoPro. I know it's not gonna be the best video, but hey, we got something. Oh my gosh. I can't. I can't believe after all that work that I kill one like this. Just, that is the hardest thing for me to do in the world, is just to sit down, call, and wait, and just sit there. There's not even any cell phone service here, so I couldn't even be on my phone. I just had to sit there. I mean, I prefer to keep it moving. I really can't stand to sit still in my daily life. What I do for work, I'm moving all the time, from the time I get up in the morning till the time I go to bed. I just can't stand sitting still. So, but man, if they're not gobbling, it's been hot. I haven't struck a single bird, I don't think, just walking and calling. So I don't, what else do you do? It's either this or sit in the truck, and I wasn't gonna sit in the truck. My friends, it don't get any better than that. It does not. How could it get better than this? This is, I would say, one of the heaviest birds I've ever killed. I wouldn't be surprised if he went 23. I mean, maybe 20. He is monstrous. I don't have a scale. I quit weighing my birds, and I don't even measure their beards or spurs. I quit doing that years ago. That became, I don't know, too much of it. That I don't really care how big their beards and spurs are. I like long spurs, but it's more about the hunt now. But I might have to go to the store and buy a scale, because this dude is, he heavy. For those of you wondering, this is state number 20 in my quest to hunt turkeys in all of the places. Again, I apologize for the lack of film on this, but not really. I mean, I'm here to kill turkeys. The last couple days I've been, you can say you hunted hard all you wanted, but there really is something about being on the road, living out of your truck and by yourself. You have nothing else to do but be in the woods. So, I mean, there was a bunch of times the last 3 days where I just tired, sweaty, worn out. I did take a little break yesterday, take a bath, and you got to take a couple breaks. But like today, before I came in to this spot, I was sitting in the truck in the front seat with it reclined and was exhausted. It's like starting to fall asleep, and I'm like, man, you don't want to fall asleep now. You'll never be able to get to sleep tonight. And I just kept having this couple takeaways from the hunt. I don't know if this is the bird or his buddy that was with him was the bird, but the first morning I got on the one bird across the pond. Dude screwed me up on that. That's fine. That happens. As I was working towards another bird, way in the back, a bird gobbled in this private chunk across the road. And went over there. There was somebody else hunting him. Went in there later that day. Never could find him. The next morning, he was gobbling way farther in the back of it. I tried to go in there. Never heard from him again. And so, periodically, it's a private chunk surrounded by public. And so, I kind of figured with the amount of pressure I saw on Saturday and Sunday, whatever birds didn't die were getting pushed to the back. And then, that is probably like a little sanctuary for them. There's no houses in there. It's just a chunk of private property. So, I kept going in there multiple times a day and just checking, walking, coming in different ways, trying different things. And I went back in there tonight, and I came in a way that I hadn't come in yet and sat in a place I hadn't sat yet. And I don't know if, I don't know if that is what made the difference or what, but luck, I would say, has a lot to do with it. Oh, and I found those 4-leaf clovers today, so hey, they do work. There is nothing else in the world that would have made me climb that mountain I climbed this morning other than a gobbling turkey. You could have 10 supermodels up there. I wouldn't go. But that gobbling turkey drugged me up that mountain. size one. You guys want to get a better look at him with the good camera? I mean, I think this one's like 1.125. This one's inch and a 1/16. I actually measured him on this one. That's exactly a 10-inch beard. I haven't weighed him yet, but if you guys stick around, once I go find some cell phone service, I'm gonna call this band in and hopefully they can give me an age and let me know some details on it, and I'll let you guys know here in a second. Well, it's the middle of summer and I'm miserable because it's hot and I'm pretending that I like to fish right now. So we got some paperwork from the state of Kentucky that sends you a nice little certificate of appreciation. So that bird was banded as an adult turkey in February of 2022. I shot him in April of 2024. So that would make him at least 4 years old. He was 17.6 pounds when he was banded. He was right at 23 when I shot him. 10-inch beard, 1.125 spurs, at least a 4-year-old turkey. So do with that information what you will. I actually talked to the guy who banded the turkey. I sent him a pin of where I shot him. He sent me a pin of where he was banded. The bird was only about 1.3 miles away from where he was banded, where I shot him. So he was definitely a homebody turkey. So there you go. We appreciate the support, guys, and for following along. If you're watching this right now, that means we got a lot more videos coming out, and we're on the road right now, so we appreciate you following along. We'll see you on the next one.